What's going on, everyone? Sports back with another video, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the New York Giants first round pick, as the New York Giants did move up tonight in the draft. They moved up one spot to assure that they could get Deonte Banks, the cornerback out of Maryland, and I love this pick for the Giants. I preferred wide receiver and then corner in the second round because there's a bit better value in the second round at corner. It's a really good corner class. As you know, Joey Porter Jr. is still on the board going into day two, but there were no wide receivers. I did not want Jalen Hyatt at 25, and when Jordan Addison went at 23, which I think was a very bad pick by the Vikings, I automatically wanted Banks or Porter, and the Giants delivered Banks. And I love this pick. The Giants did not have to move up, trade much to move up. They just traded a 5th and a 7th to move up one spot, the 160th pick, and I believe the 240th pick. So a really, really good trade for the Giants to move up, make sure they could get their guy. That is Deonte Banks, 22-year-old cornerback out of Maryland. It's a really interesting player for the Giants. I really like him. He had really good combine stats. He's 6 foot, 197 pounds. Those are what the measurements come in at for Deonte Banks, as well as, he has 31 3/8 arms, the length of his arms. So he is a good corner. I think those are kind of I would say average, probably the average measurements for a corner these days. But for Banks, in terms of his speed, it is on another level. He had a fantastic 40 time, a 4.35. He had a 1.149 10-yard split, a 42-inch vertical jump, an 11'4" broad jump. So he is a beast. He's very athletic, and it's what you want in a corner. A modern-day athletic corner. So the Giants, I think, are going to be getting a really good player here in Banks. And he's a really, really good player. Last year, he didn't give up a pass or a reception over 30 yards. And I think that is remarkable. That's a really good stat. And Wink Martindale's going to have a field day with Deonte Banks. He's going to have a good secondary of Xavier McKinney, Dane Belton, Deonte Banks, Adoree Jackson. So he'll be able to send the house on the blitz. Bobby Okereke in the middle. I hope and I think that the Giants, if not tomorrow, early on Saturday, will address another piece of that linebacking core. So I think the Giants are really building this team really nicely here. Deonte Banks seems really excited to be a Giant, which is very good. He's born in Baltimore, and he went to school in Maryland, so he stayed home for school. And he actually said that he watched a lot of Raven games. I don't know if he was a Ravens fan growing up, but he watched a lot of Raven games, and he watched a lot of Wink Martindale, and he's excited to be in this defense. He said, I bring a lot of physicality. I'm a press lockdown corner. It's going to be fun. I'm really excited to see what Deonte Banks can bring here to the New York Giants. I really like the pick. I think he's a solid player. Statistics and everything says it all. He's a really good player, really, really important piece to this defense, I think. And he's going to be a building block for a very long time here in New York, and I'm really happy. The Giants won't have to worry about that cornerback spot for hopefully a few years now. And, Deonte Banks is a really, really solid, good player. I'm excited he's a New York Giant. And, like I said, he's going to be a New York Giant for a long time. He's going to be playing in that secondary as the Giants corner for a very long time. And I'm very happy about that. I love the pick for the Giants. And an overall recap kind of the draft, I think it's an interesting draft. I think, a lot of things we didn't really see happen. There's no question about that. With C.J. Stroud and Will Anderson going back-to-back to the Texans, they had a really good draft. I thought Seattle had a really good draft, although Gonzalez, I think that should have been the pick at 5. I can't believe how far he went down. And in my opinion, if the Giants knew they were taking a corner, I think they should have went Gonzalez, but I really still like Banks. Eagles had a great draft, as they always do, the two Georgia guys. I love Georgia defensive players, and the Eagles always just seem to end up with them. But I'm sure at some point I will have an in-depth overview and kind of recap on this draft. I'll be talking about it bits and pieces in videos, and I plan on doing tomorrow just rounds 2 and 3 Giants mock drafts. Just kind of see what the options will be, or at least go over some of the prospects still available. But guys, that's all I got in this video. Guys, let me know down in the comment section your thoughts on the New York Giants moving up to 24, grabbing Deonte Banks, and we're going to have the Maryland corner. We're going to have him here in New York for a very long time as the New York Giants cornerback number 1. You'll start off as the number 2 opposite of Dory Jackson. He's going to struggle out of the gate. There's no question about that, so don't expect him to come out and be a star like Sauce or Tariq Woolen. Don't expect that. Expect him to struggle a bit in the beginning, but really turn it up and be a really good player for this New York Giants football team here for a long time. But you guys let me know all the good stuff down in the comment section. As always, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. See you guys on the next video. I love the pick. Stay tuned for more content. As always, let's go Giants.